wild on this plane. That's all I gotta say. Also, from battling fires in New York City to connecting with spirits, extraterrestrials, and even celebrities, we are going to meet the firefighter turned world-renowned psychic medium. And yeah, I'm just gonna see if he sees anything for your girl. You know, what you got going? I wanna know. You see something for your girl.
All right.
Okay.
Also coming up, Grammy Award. Coming up next.
Nothing?
Nope, I'm not pronouncing it. I don't want no trouble.
From saving lives in New York City to communicating with spirits, extraterrestrials, and even celebrities, we are going to meet a firefighter turned world-renowned psychic medium. Maybe he'll have a little something to say to me.
Ask him how he says that planet.
Because he knows.
He does.
We'll be right back. I am so excited for this. From fighting fires to speaking with spirits, Andrew Radziewicz spent 13 years as a firefighter in Brooklyn. Well, today he's known as the Psychic Firefighter, a psychic medium who says his abilities have been with him since childhood and may have even helped him save lives on the job. Don't you want to hear more about this? Here now to share his story. Andrew, how you doing?
Great. Thank you so much for having me on.
Welcome to Detroit. I am so excited to talk to you. I've been reading about your story. It really is amazing. Can you talk a little bit about having this ability your entire life?
Yes, so it's always been something that's around. It goes through my mother's side of the family, and later on in life I was able to tap into this.
So since you're tapping into it later in life, I mean, what started happening?
So I noticed after two friends passed away, I had a friend pass at 5 and a friend pass at 13, I started to see apparitions or get signs from them. But then my grandmother passed away, and I had made an agreement with her that when she passed, if she gave me a sign, I would share that with everyone. And she had passed away, and then after she had passed, she gave me a sign that ended up saving my life at a fire one night, and that's why I'm in this position what what happened that night.
Does it come into play when you're a firefighter? Does your gift come into play, and in what capacity?
Absolutely. So that sixth sense, or that extrasensory perception, absolutely. You're using all your senses as a firefighter. And I was just sharing that one night in particular. I was at a really bad fire, and there were people trapped, and I could literally see my grandmother's apparition appear, and I heard her voice say, "Andrew, don't go in there." And I could smell her Bill Blass 1980s Vanilla Musk perfume.
Wow.
And it was really fast this happened. And I told my coworkers, I said, hold on a second. Wait, don't go in there. And about 40 seconds later, boom, fire blew out every window in the building we were about to go in.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so in reading about you, you say that you see spirits, you see angels, you see extraterrestrial. I mean, walk us through what's what here, because how do you keep everything straight?
Sure. So after my grandmother had passed, I remember calling out to connect with her. I said, I would sit outside at night and say, Graham, give me a sign, show me something. And I would start to see some orbs or balls of light that would come. So there's definitely something going on with some sort of phenomena in the sky. And then I was contacted by a doctor named Dr. Gary Nolan at Stanford, and he had studied me, and basically he had studied people that are having these experiences. And yes, they're very real, they're very valid. There's something going on with people that are highly psychic, having contact with spirits, UFOs, and all sorts of things like that. But there is a difference between contacting a loved one and those little green men, let's just say. I don't know if it's all that. I think there's something going on that we don't understand, and it's something beyond our comprehension, but we're also in contact with the spirit world on a daily basis.
Okay, so as far as aliens, you are a believer, or you've seen them, or what are your feelings on the extraterrestrial?
Yeah, I haven't had any negative interactions. So anything I've interacted with, any object that I've seen, anytime I've seen an object, I've been able to film them, and I've had my footage analyzed as well at MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network, and get Dr. Gary Nolan at Stanford. He analyzed my footage as well, and everyone got back to me and said, how are you doing that? How are you doing this? This is the real thing. So there is something to this, and yes, I feel that there is nothing to fear, at least the interactions that I've had, they've all been very peaceful. And I feel that they might be connected to our loved ones somehow. There might be something going on wherever we go after we transition. There's like that space in between. It's like a slightly different frequency that we're at, where I believe the extraterrestrials are and our loved ones go.
Wow. Okay. Any word on if we're going to ever get to meet them, these aliens?
Yeah, I think that we need to do the work. So if they just showed up on the White House lawn, or, people would stop watching Netflix, go outside and go, oh, wow, what's that? And go right back to watching Netflix. So, we've been seasoned over the years. So I think the message is important that we need to come together collectively and take care of what we need to take care of, not rely on anything outside of us. No aliens, no nothing, but we're here on Earth. We need to take care of one another. And if we do that, then we can live in peace outside of the cosmos.
I'm curious how it works. Are you getting anything from me? Of course, I'd have to ask if you're picking up on anything.
Yeah, sure. So when I read people, of course, family, friends, sometimes somebody you might have worked with or somebody professionally could come through. So it's not just always a relative. So
Okay.
yes, as we were just getting started right away, I was getting two different energies, a male and a female. Both their names start with the letter C. And the male, I'm getting like a CH sound. And he was just expressing to me that he passed very suddenly. This is really quick. It shouldn't have happened. He's putting his arm out, so that means on your level. So that would be like friend or someone on your level, okay? Someone, it's not an elder, it's not a parent, it's not a grandparent, it's somebody on your level. So this could have been somebody that you worked with, somebody in a professional space, but the CH begins with his name, and he's telling me, boom, that he passed, and this wasn't supposed to happen. He was young. He should have lived more to his life, okay? He showed me professional, dressed up, and then with the female, same thing. I'm just getting a C, actually a double C. So either C or CC, the name CC, or the name sounds like CC. So male CH, sorry if this is real fast, this is just how it goes, but male CH and the female C or CC. Does any of that make any sense? Do you know anyone by that name, or anyone that you had around as a friend, or someone you worked with?
Not with the name C or CH, so I might have to think about that for a little while.
So, okay, they showed me the basketball player Chauncey Billups. So what about Chauncey?
I knew him just coming in the TV studio, but...
Correct. So like I said, friends, family, doesn't have to be blood relatives. Sometimes people that you worked in a professional space could come through.
Interesting.
So like I said, CH. They were showing me the basketball player Chauncey Billups. So I was getting CH with that name. Like I said, CH, so I would take that as, because when they communicate, they don't speak to me. They just show me things, show me images. If they spoke, this would be so easy. So they're showing me that basketball player, Chauncey Billups. But if that makes sense to the CH person or Chauncey, that they were young and they passed too young, or younger than they should have, that's what was coming through.
I see. I see. Wow, that is so interesting. We have to leave it right there. Where can we find you?
Sure. So if you just go to psychicfirefighter.com, that's the easiest way. And when I read people, normally, obviously, it's about an hour of this, and a lot comes through, and it's mostly imagery. Like I said, it's just these images they pump through.
Oh, I have so many more questions, and I do think I got some things. I think I know that CH person now. Okay, we have to go. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.